Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is Kidlit Joy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to review Song of a Thousand Seas by Zana Fraillon, which is a really gorgeous middle fiction verse novel that I stumbled across. Someone had posted about it on social media. I didn't realize Zana Fraillon had a new release out, and I am a Zana Fraillon stan, so I had to acquire myself a copy straight away. It is a teeny tiny book. I'm actually planning on taking this into the classroom to read next term. I've already told my students about it and they're quite keen to read it. We are doing a very short unit on poetry, and I thought a verse novel would be a great way to talk about different ways that poetry can be utilized. The blurb on the back of this book says, Houdini the octopus lives in an aquarium, but she misses her home in the wild sea. She doesn't like the visitors who bang on her tank, or the way that she can't feel the sun on her skin or the wind rippling the water. It's a dull existence for a creature with 9 brains. Then one day she meets someone who is different to the other visitors. Juno's busy brain buzzes with so many questions and thoughts that Houdini's skin tingles with wonder. But the singing of the sea is growing stronger and harder to resist. Can Houdini make Juno understand what she needs before it's too late? This is Houdini, and the book is filled with really gorgeous illustrations and line work throughout the story that really helps kind of bring the book to life. As I said, it is told in verse in different sections, and we meet a whole host of characters that Houdini works with. From Paul, who is Juno's dad, Juno, who is a student who finds herself having to stay after school in the aquarium while her dad is working. I think it's Joe, who is the caretaker and cleaner of the aquarium. And we get to see Paul's relationship with Houdini as well as Joe's relationship with Houdini, because he constantly finds Houdini out of her tank at the end of the night because she escapes all the time, and she's trying to find a way to get back to the sea. When Juno finds herself spending more time at the aquarium, she becomes quite attached to Houdini and gets to know Houdini's quirks. Houdini is notorious for stealing Paul's things. At one point she steals his keys and drops them into a tank. Juno recognizes that maybe Houdini is not happy living in a tank and is trying to come up with ways and solutions to help Houdini not only be connected to her wild home, but also to the aquarium. It's a really gorgeous story about connection to animals, caring for animals. It opens up good conversations around animals in captivity and why they might or might not be there, because initially they may be there because they've been injured and they're being cared for, but it doesn't mean they don't want to go back to their natural habitat. It was really beautiful. I really loved reading it, and I can't wait to read it with my class. The other thing that I really liked was Zana Fraillon's author's note, where she talks a lot about where the book idea came from. And this one started as a dream, and then she wanted to understand how she could write a story from an octopus's perspective. And it talks about the research that she did. All of the hijinks that Houdini gets up to in this book are based on real octopus hijinks from aquariums around the world. Like, their keepers have seen them demonstrate. And she visited Sea Life Sydney. She met the real life Houdini there and their keeper Chelsea, and learnt a lot about how you care for an octopus and their daily life and things like that. There's even a little tentacle print from Houdini from Sydney. And I really liked that, you know, we get that information about the book. I think that's the beautiful thing about reading author's notes, particularly in kids' books to kids, because it gives so much more information about the hows and whys of how the books come about, particularly when we're talking about to students about how books and ideas come about and how authors craft stories and how they expand their knowledge base on a topic. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it, as well as just the beautiful storytelling style of Zana Fraillon. I mean, Zana Fraillon can write. She really can. So I will leave some more information and links where you can find out more information about Song of a Thousand Seas down below. I hope that you check it out. It's a really wonderful book. In the comments, I'd love to know, have you read the book? Are you planning on picking it up? Or do you have recommendations for other verse novel books? Feel free to let me know down below. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.